Welcome to this introduction to meditation, designed for beginners. Starting a meditation practice can be daunting. The good news is you don't have to have an empty mind or a spiritual calling. Meditation is a tool for everyday life. There's apparently a Zen saying which goes, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day, unless you are very busy. Then you should sit for an hour. So what benefits can meditation bring to a busy life? First of all, let's clear up a couple of misconceptions. Meditation is not about clearing the mind of all thoughts. It is about noticing the thoughts that come up, so that we begin to identify as an observer, not as the thoughts themselves. We're all familiar with getting lost in our thoughts and believing everything they tell us. Occasionally, we may catch ourselves and say, "What am I thinking?" Meditation helps us to catch ourselves more frequently. For example, we may notice that many of our thoughts are to do with what work we still have to do. In meditation, we see those thoughts, but we do not let them become a chain where our mind is racing and we feel stressed and need to get up and add to our to-do list. We simply notice that we are thinking about work. Or we may notice that a lot of our thoughts are about things that went wrong in the past or what might happen in the future. In meditation, we don't engage with those thoughts. We come back to what is happening right now. Secondly, meditation is not about getting somewhere or achieving something. It may be strange for us, with our conditioning, to pursue an activity that is an end unto itself, with no specific goals. But it is helpful when starting out, and along the way, to remember that when we're sitting in meditation, whatever happens, we're doing it right. How does this help us? Everyone's meditation journey is personal, but some of the main benefits are as follows. Firstly, in sitting quietly, we allow our sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, to take a break. In closing our eyes and slowing our breath, we're sending a message to our brains that there is no immediate danger. This has the physical effect of slowing our heart rate and relaxing our muscles. When we're in this state, we are also able to digest our food and to cry. Over time, we may move more slowly, breathe more deeply, sleep better, and be more capable of being silent. We may begin to view our internal landscape as a sanctuary. In sitting quietly and noticing our thoughts and feelings, we begin to recognize that they will pass if we allow them to. Rather than getting into a spiral of negativity, we can notice early on if there is a pattern that is unhelpful, and we can then begin to gain some control over our thoughts and feelings. So if I notice that I am feeling stressed about work, rather than feeling swamped by that, I can choose to see that experience as a collection of thoughts and feelings that I am currently having, not something that is part of my identity. I begin to notice the relationship between my thoughts, feelings, moods, and behaviors, and I start to live more in the present. Another benefit is that we begin to be kinder to ourselves and others as we learn to notice our thoughts and feelings without judgment. If we notice we are stressed, we might add another layer of anger or shame or fear onto that, which makes us feel even worse. But if we simply notice without judging, we can retain a sense of calm. The saying, "it is what it is," which we might have found annoying in the past, starts to have new meaning for us as we learn to accept our current circumstances. We begin to respond rather than simply react. We may begin a journey of healing and seek therapy for unresolved feelings. We may start to have ideas and solutions appearing in our meditations as we quiet the mind of all the other stuff that gets in the way. We may notice more things in our environment. We may begin to pay more attention and respect to our bodies. And we may strengthen our sense of self as we get to know ourselves better without fear. So, how is it done? Simply find somewhere quiet and close your eyes. Sitting with a straight spine is often recommended, but if you want to lay down, that's fine as well. To help you to focus, many meditators use what is known as an anchor. This is something you can return to again and again when your mind wanders, which it will. Usually, the anchor is the ebb and flow of your own breath, but it could also be a phrase or mantra, or listening to the sounds around you, or focusing on various parts of your body. Once you have decided on your anchor, just sit and notice what happens. If you're meditating for the first time, your mind could be very busy, and you may begin to notice sensations in your body that you had been ignoring. See if you can allow any physical sensations to be there without judgment, and experiment with breathing into that area of the body. Feelings that arise may be powerful now as you attend to them. It can be helpful to say, I am feeling fear, or I am feeling angry. This will help the emotion to pass. If you're struggling with very strong emotions that arise again and again, you may need some additional support. In meditation, you will be alone with your thoughts, which is why many people never attempt it. My counseling teacher used to say, the goal of therapy is awareness. In meditation, you may start to see the first glimmers of awareness that take you on a path of greater self-knowledge. Most of the time, though, what will come up are random thoughts about what's for dinner or whether you should have said that thing to your boss. You can simply notice the thought and say, thank you, I see you, not now, and let the thought go, returning to your anchor. Expect to do this again and again. This is why meditation is called a practice. If you practice for 5 to 10 minutes a day at first, over time you will notice that it is easier to return to the anchor and to keep your concentration for longer. Starting with guided meditations is a good way to help you keep focus. Good luck!